Hello and welcome to this SWAT UK video. My name's David Norris. I'm the Training Director of SWAT UK. I'm here with my colleague Sharon Cooke. She heads up our London office and is one of our expert tax lecturers, which is good really because I've been going around the country talking about FRS 102 to accountants and auditors, trying to help them understand that. But then they are saying to me, David, what does it do to the tax? And I say, that is a good question. You need to ask someone else. So Sharon, let me ask you. We've sorted out the accounts, we understand FRS 102, the tax must be a piece of cake.
Yikes, that's what you've been saying in your accounts courses, we have a problem. It might be a piece of cake, certainly if we're seeing those cases where the accounts aren't really changing as a result of new GAAP, well then, sure, the tax isn't going to change substantially either. But as soon as we start looking at those accounts that are bringing in holiday pay accruals, that are using new rules for investment properties, financial instruments, then there could be a tax impact and we do need to be ready for that.
Okay, maybe I've undersold it a little bit. So firms need to be looking for guidance, for statute. Where should they be looking?
Absolutely. So we've still got tax law and that existed before FRS 102 and it will continue to apply as we go through. Tax law is changing, we've got to be aware of that, and that makes the position we're in right now quite tricky. The Revenue do produce guidance, which of course is just their view, so we do have their latest tax and FRS 102 guidance document from October 2015, but even since then we've seen an enacted Finance Act that's changed the rules for loan relationships, and we've seen a preview for next year's Finance Act that's going to make more changes again. And that is going to impact on these FRS 102 adjustments that we're seeing. So we will look at guidance, we will look at the law, but we've got to be aware that that is a moving platform.
Okay, well I guess some firms will be looking at this going, yeah, but if stuff is changing, is it too early to do training? What do you think?
Unfortunately not, because even though the rules are changing, what we're seeing at the moment are changes coming in for tax for periods commencing on or after 1st of January 16. Whereas for accounts, you're starting to bring in the accounting changes for periods commencing on or after 1st of January 15. So we're going to be applying different tax rules to different accounting periods. So as the accounts guys will start producing FRS 102 accounts for December 15 year ends and onwards, we've got to be ready to deal with those tax returns now.
Okay, so it sounds pretty complicated, but I presume you have a plan that SWAT can help people.
We have been working really hard to think about how we can best support our clients. And we have two courses that are relevant to tax and FRS 102. We've got one that will run across the country later this year called FRS 102 Tax Consequences. And we've just produced a brand new course relevant for both tax practitioners and general practitioners called New GAAP, Key Accounting Changes and Their Tax Implications.
Oh, snappy title, they'll remember that, I'm sure.
Thank you, David. But the beauty of that long title is it is meant to be doing what the course says on the tin. So it's going to cover the key accounting changes from FRS 102, which is why it's useful for general practitioners as well. And then after we've described each of those accounting changes at an overview level, we'll then talk about what it means for tax. Whether we're looking at a company using FRS 102, whether it's a smaller company that might want to use the micro-entity provisions, or even whether we've got a company moving to FRSI 2015 as an interim step.
So it sounds like it's a pretty comprehensive course. So if you're looking for something that is a refresher or an introduction to the key accounting changes, maybe for your tax team or for new staff, if you then want to be reminded or clarified what the tax rules are, then it sounds like it's all in that course. I mean, we're quite keen to run it in-house. If that's interesting to you, we can then tailor the level, the detail, even the length to different teams. But certainly there's some big changes coming up for tax departments and general practitioners, and they need to be ready. So thank you, Sharon, for your time. That was very helpful. And following me stopping talking, there'll be a slide with hyperlinks to our website for more information. So please check that out, and we'll see you again on a future video. Thank you very much.
Bye.